Behind the enchanting magic of Mary Poppins 1964, a film that continues to delight generations with its timeless songs and whimsical charm, lies a far more complex reality for many of its cast members. While audiences remember the joy, wonder, and innocence brought to life on screen, the actors themselves faced personal struggles, heartbreak, and profound challenges away from the spotlight. From career setbacks and health battles to private tragedies that shaped their later years, the real stories of the Mary Poppins cast reveal that life behind the scenes was often far from the fairy tale world they helped create. In Mary Poppins 1964, Glynis Johns, then 41, delivered an unforgettable performance as Winifred Banks, the gentle yet spirited mother and fervent social activist advocating for women's suffrage. With her clear, expressive voice, playful charm, and lively energy, Johns transformed Winifred into a character who offered both hearty laughter and nuanced social commentary while subtly conveying intelligence and determination. Beyond her composed on-screen presence, Johns' personal life was marked by complexity. Born in 1923 in Pretoria, South Africa, her childhood was shaped by frequent relocations, financial difficulties, and tensions within a fractured artistic family, instilling in her a capacity to mask insecurity with wit and grace. Johns' illustrious career spanned both stage and screen, yet she faced challenges, including repeated typecasting, backstage intrigues, and the trials of 4 marriages, some ending bitterly. On set, she was recognized for her forthrightness and determination, occasionally labeled difficult of perception, amplified by Hollywood tabloids but never fully substantiated. She often sacrificed significant stage opportunities due to contractual obligations or personal choices, prioritizing family and personal values over immediate financial gain. In later life, Johns faced health challenges and the loneliness of outliving many of her contemporaries. She passed away on January 4, 2024, in Los Angeles at the age of 100. With an estimated net worth of $5 million and a career spanning decades, Glynis Johns is remembered as a resilient, multi-talented, and unforgettable artist whose off-screen life was as vibrant and intricate as the roles she portrayed. David Tomlinson, at 47, delivered one of the most memorable performances of his career as George Banks, the strict father obsessed with order and finances who gradually softens under the magical influence of Mary Poppins. George Banks embodies striking contrasts: outwardly rigid, rational, and authoritative, yet inwardly vulnerable and yearning for familial connection. Tomlinson infused the role with subtle humor and gentle pathos, creating a character that was both exasperating and endearing to audiences. Off-screen, Tomlinson's life was marked by profound personal tragedies. Born in 1917 in Henley-on-Thames, his childhood was overshadowed by wartime turmoil and societal pressures, shaping a stoic exterior that concealed inner vulnerability. His career featured notable successes and heartbreaking losses, including the tragic death of his first wife and 2 sons in a murder-suicide, a trauma that left a lasting scar. On set, he was known for his meticulousness and occasional stubbornness, often debating timing and delivery with directors and co-stars. In his personal life, he navigated 2 marriages, grief, illness, and financial caution, contrasting sharply with the glamour of Hollywood. Despite these challenges, Tomlinson retained a distinctive charm and left a lasting cinematic legacy. He passed away peacefully in his sleep on June 24, 2000, following a stroke at age 83. His modest estate belied the profound cultural impact of his career, reflecting a life defined by resilience and depth rather than material wealth. Hermione Baddeley, then 58, brought charm, wit, and authenticity to the role of Ellen, the Banks family's candid, loyal, and quick-witted maid. With her rustic humor, practical intelligence, and devotion, Ellen added warmth and balance to the narrative, blending heightened comedic moments with genuine emotion. Baddeley imbued the character with her signature style, bold, sharp, yet deeply humane, making Ellen an indispensable part of the film's ensemble. Off-screen, Baddeley led a colorful and occasionally controversial life. Born in 1906 in Shropshire, England, her upbringing in a strict household with financial hardships and rigid educational pressures fostered both her sharp tongue and resilient spirit. Her career was distinguished not only by talent, but also by eccentricity and daring personal choices, including arriving late to her own wedding, hosting legendary nude pool parties, and a romance with Lawrence Harvey, 22 years her junior. Despite these unconventionalities, she remained a committed artist, consistently delivering authenticity and robust humor in her roles. Baddeley's personal life was equally rich and complex, tempered by a profound love for animals. She even dedicated her autobiography to a cherished dog. She passed away on August 19, 1986 in Los Angeles at age 79 after multiple strokes. With a modest estate of approximately $300,000, Hermione Baddeley left a memorable artistic legacy reflecting a bold, fully lived life and unique contributions that continue to captivate audiences. In Mary Poppins 1964, Matthew Garber, at just 8 years old, captivated audiences worldwide as Michael Banks, the mischievous, curious, and inquisitive boy who frequently challenged adults with innocent rebellion while revealing genuine vulnerability. With natural charm, Garber embodied Michael as the very soul of childhood in the film, contributing to its enduring appeal across generations. Off-screen, however, his life was marked by quiet sorrow. Born in 1956 in Stepney, London, he grew up in a working-class family where his parents struggled with financial pressures while raising a child thrust into international attention from an early age. Early fame brought both pride and burden as his childhood was scrutinized and tied to expectations that were difficult to meet in an industry that often commodified child innocence. After his impressive debut, Garber appeared in only a few short films before leaving the screen at age 11, leaving much potential unrealized. Known for his bold, adventurous personality and natural humor, he was admired and sometimes worried over by co-stars and caretakers. Tragically, Garber passed away at the age of 21 on June 13, 1977, from hemorrhagic pancreatitis, a complication of hepatitis contracted during a trip to India. His sudden death serves as a haunting reminder of the fragility of childhood under Hollywood's spotlight. Though he left little material wealth, Garber was posthumously honored as a Disney legend in 2004, cementing a brief but immortal artistic legacy that symbolizes both the wonder and tragedy of a famous childhood. Rita Shaw, at age 52, left a lasting impression as Mrs. Brill, the formidable cook of the Banks household. With her gruff exterior, sharp tongue, and underlying warmth and loyalty, Mrs. Brill provided both humor and emotional grounding, serving as a stabilizing presence for the adults amidst the chaos wrought by Mary Poppins and the children. The role highlighted Shaw's ability to combine outward toughness with inner emotional depth. Off-screen, her life experienced many challenges. Born in 1912 in Maine to a modest family, Shaw faced financial instability, personal loss, and a strict education which cultivated resilience and keen observational skills. In Hollywood, she was often typecast as domineering housewives or eccentric auntie figures, and her professional rigor sometimes clashed with directors favoring more compliant actors. Colleagues described her as stubborn, sharp, yet disciplined traits that enabled her to assert herself but also earned her a reputation as difficult on set. Her personal life was equally complex. Her marriage to actor William Forrester ended in divorce, leaving her to raise a daughter while navigating Hollywood pressures. Known for her superstitions, she once claimed to have been raised on a Ouija board, amusing and unsettling friends alike. Nevertheless, Shaw maintained a steady career spanning stage, film, television, and radio. She passed away on January 8, 1982 from emphysema at age 69, leaving an estimated estate of $400,000. Her legacy lies not in wealth, but in memorable supporting performances that enrich the depth and realism of strong family characters in mid-20th century Hollywood. Elsa Lanchester, at age 62, delivered a brief yet unforgettable performance as Katie Nana, the irritable, no-nonsense nanny who departs within the opening minutes, creating space for Mary Poppins' magical entrance. With impatience, exasperation, and exaggerated gestures, Katie Nana became the perfect catalyst, eliciting laughter, while accentuating the main character's whimsical authority, showcasing Lanchester's skill in blending theatricality with subtle comedic charm. Off-screen, her life encompassed both triumph and tragedy. Born in 1902 into a progressive socialist family, she grew up in a liberal yet unstable environment, often facing societal scorn. Her career spanned iconic highs such as The Bride of Frankenstein, alongside challenging lows including typecasting, studio conflicts, and financial concerns. Her marriage to actor Charles Laughton was both creatively rich and personally complex, drawing Hollywood speculation. Despite these challenges, Lanchester established herself as a distinctive artist, with irreverent wit, daring cabaret performances, and a bold artistic personality. She passed away in 1986 in Los Angeles from pneumonia at age 84, leaving a lasting legacy as a pioneering actress, whose combination of dark humor, commanding stage presence, and independent spirit ensured enduring appeal far beyond the roles she played. Reginald Owen, at age 77, made a lasting impression as Admiral Boom, the eccentric yet endearing neighbor who theatrically fired cannons from his rooftop, delivering both humor and a subtle critique of British societal rigidity. Before this role, Owen had built a career spanning over 80 films, including notable portrayals of both Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, captivating audiences with his precise acting, theatrical flair, and commanding presence. Off-screen, his life encompassed both triumphs and challenges. Born into a family with artistic expectations and economic pressures, he grew up with insecurities and a reserved nature. In Hollywood, he often faced ageism and studio politics, frequently typecast in eccentric or flamboyant roles, while his meticulous and confident style occasionally led to tension with colleagues. Despite this, Owen maintained a discreet personal life, punctuated by memorable quirks, such as renting his Bel Air estate to the Beatles, a gesture reflecting both his generosity and his bridging of classic Hollywood with pop culture. Free from scandal, he devoted himself to his craft until his death from a heart attack on November 5, 1972, at age 85. Leaving an estate of approximately $1.5 million, Owen's legacy endures as a versatile, disciplined, and charming actor who brought depth to both comedic and serious roles, inspiring generations of performers. Arthur Treacher, at age 70, portrayed Constable Jones, the upright and kind-hearted police officer who brought order to the colorful chaos of the Banks household. With his tall stature, refined English demeanor, and calm voice, Treacher transformed the character into a symbol of discipline and warmth, reinforcing the archetype audiences had long associated with his portrayals of butlers, valets, and aristocrats. Behind this professional stability, his personal life had challenges. Born in 1894 in Brighton, he experienced early family instability, endured teasing for his height and reserved nature, and developed the ability to mask vulnerability with wit and composure. Throughout his career, he was respected, yet often frustrated by being typecast in supporting roles, despite his theatrical talent suggesting potential for leading parts. Off-screen, Treacher was disciplined, private, and avoided scandal, though his perfectionism occasionally strained relations with colleagues. Beyond acting, he ventured into business, lending his name to the Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips chain, which helped him amass an estate of approximately $2 million by his death. He passed away on December 14, 1975, at age 81 from heart disease, leaving a legacy as a dignified, charming, and authoritative actor who helped define the cinematic archetype of the aristocratic servant and subtly conveyed English refinement to audiences. Ed Wynn, at age 78, delivered one of his most memorable performances as Uncle Albert, the eccentric relative whose laughter lifts him to the ceiling. Blending quirkiness, charm, and pure joy, Wynn created a surreal and comedic highlight that contrasted with the Banks family's orderly life, solidifying his status as one of America's premier comedians. Yet off-screen, Wynn's life was far more complex. Born in 1886 into a modest Philadelphia family, he faced early financial hardship and the loss of his father, turning to performance for support and using humor to mask deep insecurities. His career spanned vaudeville, radio, and film, marked by creativity and precision, but also setbacks, including a failed radio project and frequent disputes with colleagues over creative control. Wynn's personal life included 3 marriages and raising his son, actor Keenan Wynn, who carried on his artistic legacy. In later years, even while battling esophageal cancer, he continued performing on stage and screen, earning widespread respect and admiration. Ed Wynn passed away on June 19, 1966, at age 79, leaving an estate of approximately $3 million and an extensive artistic legacy. Posthumously honored as a Disney legend in 2013, he is remembered as the embodiment of warm laughter, unceasing creativity, and enduring joy in American entertainment. Arthur Millay, at age 37, delivered a memorable performance as Mr. Dawes Jr., the stern bank employee who ultimately softens in the face of whimsy and the impossible. Millay infused the role with gentle humor while providing a pivotal moral turning point in the story. This performance highlighted his remarkable ability to portray characters older than himself, skillfully combining physical appearance, vocal delivery, and subtle eccentricity to make Mr. Dawes Jr. unexpectedly endearing to audiences. Millay's early life was shaped by the upheavals of post-war England as he navigated pressures from his aristocratic family background, alongside personal creative ambitions, cultivating resilience and keen professional insight. Upon moving to Hollywood, he overcame cultural barriers, accent challenges, and the risk of career stagnation, establishing a steady presence in both live action and voice roles, including animation. Known for his reclusive nature and dedication to privacy, he avoided Hollywood socializing and gossip, and although occasionally a minor source of tension with colleagues, he never became embroiled in public scandal. Millay passed away on May 18, 2013 in Santa Monica, California, at age 85, leaving an estate of approximately $1 million and a lasting artistic legacy that demonstrates the profound impact a disciplined and subtly distinctive character actor can achieve. In Mary Poppins, 1964, Frank Baker, at age 57, appeared as a gentleman in the bank, an uncredited role that nevertheless contributed depth and authenticity to the film's meticulously crafted world. Nearly invisible to audiences, his character exemplified the professionalism and adaptability of countless supporting actors during Hollywood's golden era, prioritizing craft over recognition. Baker's modest upbringing, marked by financial instability and social limitations, likely instilled in him a diligent approach and preference for steady work rather than fame. Over his career, he appeared in hundreds of films, often uncredited, consistently demonstrating professionalism and reliability, despite the uncertainties of supporting roles. Off-screen, Baker led a private life, avoided Hollywood scandal, never married, and focused on his craft rather than public acclaim, becoming an exemplar of the quiet yet essential character actor. He passed away on June 25, 1990, at age 82, leaving a modest estate of under $100,000 and a legacy of dedication showing that even the smallest roles can contribute lasting vitality to films like Mary Poppins. Jane Darwell, at age 85, delivered a deeply moving performance as the Bird Woman, a fragile yet haunting figure quietly present on the steps of St. Paul's Cathedral, transforming the Feed the Bird scene into one of the film's most emotionally resonant moments. Though her screen time was brief, her character symbolized empathy, patience, and the often overlooked compassion of the elderly, leaving a lasting impression as a poignant reminder of life's fragility. Darwell's own childhood was challenging. Born into a working-class family in Palmyra, Missouri, she experienced the early death of her father, financial hardship and societal scorn, cultivating emotional resilience and the ability to convey warmth on screen. Her illustrious career, crowned by an Academy Award for The Grapes of Wrath, also included periods of typecasting as maternal or elderly figures, which she navigated with professionalism and steadfast determination. Off-screen, Darwell maintained independence and pursued artistic ambitions rarely seen among women of her era, living a largely private, scandal-free life. In later years, as film opportunities diminished, she exercised financial caution, leaving an estimated estate of under $500,000. Darwell passed away on August 13, 1967 in California, at age 87, concluding a career spanning over 170 films and leaving a legacy of dignity, grace, and the enduring power to make a quiet yet profound impact on audiences. Julie Andrews, at age 28, masterfully embodied Mary Poppins, a magical, disciplined, and utterly charming nanny. Her blend of authoritative poise and whimsical charm captivated audiences worldwide, cementing her status as an enduring Hollywood icon. Andrews' childhood was marked by adversity. Born into financial hardship, with her father deceased before her birth, a struggling mother, and emotional scars from an abusive stepfather, she developed resilience and a disciplined approach to her craft from an early age. Her career encompassed both extraordinary successes and notable challenges. She's shown in Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music, yet daring or non-musical roles occasionally met critical skepticism and creative disagreements with directors. Balancing her career with family life during her marriage to director Blake Edwards added further pressures. Despite setbacks including severe vocal issues following surgery, Andrews maintained a flawless public image. At age 89, she enjoys a celebrated life with a net worth of approximately $98 million, reflecting decades of contributions across stage film, voice acting, and publishing. Julie Andrews' legacy transcends the screen, combining disciplined resilience and magical storytelling. Her life exemplifies enduring strength in overcoming private adversity. Karen Dautrice, at just 9 years old, brought Jane Banks to life, a sweet, inquisitive child whose innocence and curiosity formed the emotional core of the film. Jane's cheerful yet perceptive nature mirrors the audience's sense of wonder, and Dautrice's performance renders the magical story authentic and emotionally engaging. Her childhood was closely tied to performance, being born into a theatrical family, yet it carried significant pressures, rigorous rehearsals, auditions, and Disney's exacting standards heightened emotional stress, while early fame limited the experiences of a normal childhood. Dautrice's career, though brief, was intense. She faced the challenge of transitioning from child star to adult roles and ultimately retired in 1984, reflecting common obstacles encountered by young actors, including limited opportunities and the enduring shadow of an iconic debut. Her personal life was marked by loss, particularly the tragic death of co-star Matthew Garber, leaving lasting grief. Today, at age 69, Dautrice lives a quiet life focused on family, raising 3 children, while occasionally attending Disney events or retrospective screenings. Her net worth is estimated at $8 million, reflecting the lasting value of her early work and prudent financial management. Karen Dautrice's story exemplifies the complex interplay of fame pressure and resilience, highlighting both the bittersweet realities of a celebrated childhood and the enduring charm of on-screen innocence. Dick Van Dyke, at age 39, delivered 2 iconic and contrasting performances: Bert the charming chimney sweep and Mr. Dawes Sr., the formidable bank manager. Bert radiates playful skill, humor, and charisma, while Mr. Dawes Sr. exudes authority and rigor. And Van Dyke's seamless transition between these extremes showcased his versatility and unique comedic talent. Though his childhood appeared ordinary, it was marked by deep insecurities due to his family's financial struggles during the Great Depression and early pressures to succeed. His legendary career faced personal challenges, including long-term battles with alcohol and tobacco, and criticism over his imperfect Cockney accent in Mary Poppins, all of which shaped his distinctive performance style. Van Dyke's personal life was complex, with 2 high-profile marriages and career setbacks, yet he rebounded to create classic television work and maintain multi-decade fame. At age 99, with an estimated net worth of $50 million from film, television, live performances, and royalties, Van Dyke leaves a legacy spanning 8 decades, combining humor, vulnerability, occasional scandal, and quiet professional triumphs, exemplifying enduring vitality and perseverance in Hollywood. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to catch our next content.